Hello lovely people, it's Cara here and I am so mad. So I've been off your screens for a couple of weeks and there's two reasons for that. One, I had an amazing weekend last weekend, which is what I'm going to talk to you a little bit about today. And two, I need to say a massive thank you to you all because, oh yes, you out there are amazing. I had such an amazing reaction to my Create the Look French style that I've kind of been in fear of filming again because welcome to all my new subscribers. How lovely to have you here. Thank you for all the positive feedback about how I created that video and gave you lots of inspiration and ideas. And I genuinely cannot wait to share with you the lovely items that are hanging behind you. I know you can't see that, but they're hanging on my sewing room door because I have been really busy creating a number of items from my own inspiration, which how cool is that? So I absolutely love having you all here. I wake up this morning and I've literally got 10 more people to go, 10 more subscribers to go to get me to the milestone that is 6,000 subscribers. Cannot believe I'm saying that out loud. I remember, some of the people that inspire me and I watch relentlessly reaching that and thinking, whoa, in my wildest dreams would I ever reach such a milestone, and you have all got me there and I'm massively thankful to you. So if you're watching me today and you haven't clicked the old subscribe and the little bell icon next to it, please do, because I'd love my community to continue to grow. And I cannot express to you how wonderful this sewing community is and the avenues and adventures that it's taken me on. And this week in particular, in fact this fortnight in particular, has been so special. I joined the lovely ladies from Beyond the Pink Door on their Zoom calls. Hello you all lovely people, and they're from all around the world. Hayley in Australia, we've got Lorianne in America, Judy from Running So and So up in York, etc., and just from all around the world. And I just think it's absolutely magic, and I have thoroughly enjoyed catching up with you ladies. So much so that in combination with that, just wonderful timing. I have a follower called the Sewing Trolley Dolly, and she's an air hostess, hence the title. And she happens to actually be a patient of ours at the dentist where I work. I'm the practice manager there. I didn't know this. I don't know anything about the people who follow me. We regularly talk, texting, etc., through social media channels and so on. And I have had the pleasure of meeting this Denise. She came into my practice a number of months ago now, and says, "Oh, you're Cara from So Mad." I'm like, "Yeah, hi." And we've been chatting to and fro. She very generously tags me in on competitions, and I likewise tag her in competitions. Anyway, she came in, I think I might have mentioned this, but she came in and said, "Oh, are you going to the knitting and stitching show?" She was there to see my hygienist. And I said, "Oh, yes, yeah, I am. But, I'm hoping to win tickets, seeing as I've entered so many competitions to win tickets." The very next day, Denise then tags me in on a post, and she's only got won tickets. It's highly possible that I tagged her in on the tickets that she won, if that makes sense. But I can't guarantee that. Nonetheless, she won tickets, and she very kindly said, would I like to go with her? Of course. I mean, is that even a question? So, oh my words, how awesome is that? Me and Denise heading to the Stitch Festival at the Business Design Centre in London. I know you've heard all about this. Another reason why I haven't filmed. I've watched so many beautiful films this week on their day out and thought, oh, I'm not sure I took as much footage as them. And I wanted the day to be about meeting wonderful people. let alone a few purchases. I mean, hey, it'd be rude not to, wouldn't it? But oh, it was fantastic. And then Judy from Running So and So, she has a wonderful channel, all of her own. So please, if you haven't checked out her channel, I'll link it below. She's just so lovely. And she messaged me after the Zoom call and said, I'm going to come to London. I'm going to do it. I'm going to come all the way down from York. And is it okay if I meet up with you? I'm like, yeah, of course, absolutely. I did explain that Denise and I had only actually met in person at my work, and that, you know, we are friends, but only in sort of a Instagram kind of way. However, oh my word, I can absolutely promise you that the people you meet through these channels are as genuine in well, my experience in the sewing world at least, is that everybody is as genuine as they are on their films or in their Instagram. And we had the most wonderful day. So I'm going to slice in next a sort of combination of photographs and footage I took. I didn't take a huge amount, but I do want to just express to you that the smiles and laughter and enthusiasm you hear in this video is just as it was. My cheeks still hurt from smiling so much across the day, and it has genuinely taken me a week to recover from such high adrenaline, etc. So let me slice that in, and I'll see you on the other side. Good morning, everybody. It's Cara here, and I am so mad, and I must be, because it's 6:30 in the morning. I am fully made up. This can only mean one thing. This must mean I'm off to the Stitch Festival today. Oh, I am beyond excited. Genuinely, I am going to spend the day meeting people who inspire me, seeing products and items that I'm going to need in my life. I'm so excited. I want today to be about the sewing community, the people I meet, and the inspiration that I see. I just am so excited. But what does a girl wear to one of these events? Well, it needs to be me made, doesn't it? And believe you me, I might have one or two options available. I think I've got quite a big wardrobe full of clothes, but I chose to wear this today, which is why you are in the portrait, so you can see it a little better. And I will explain more about this blouse in a future vlog, but this is Ma Première Blouse by Jolie Lab. So my first blouse by Jolie Lab, and I love it. It's got such pretty details. This lovely little cuff. For me, the sleeves aren't too blousy. They're not too, not too voluminous. It's got a much lower neck than traditionally on these blouses. It's got an awesome faux button placket, which the construction of is so clever. And it is called My First Blouse. It's meant to be a beginner project, and as such it came together really quickly, as it's just bias bound. I love it. And this is out of the remnant that I got from Fabric Godmother. More about this fabric on another day, but I love it. And I'm going to pair this today with my rye jacket. Hang on a second, sorry, I've got a Pandora bracelet, and it's hooked up on the inside of my jacket. I'll show you the offending. I've got a little piglet here, here, and every now and again it decides to hook up on the inside of things, which is not very useful. So there you go. This is the Rye jacket by Sussex Seamstress. It's quite similar actually to a number of recent jackets, but she released this a good 18 months ago now, and I chose to bind the bias bind the insides with homemade bias binding, and did the cuff detail. Oh, and from the Rifle Paper Company, I think that fabric is. So there you go, that's me. I've just got ready to wear jeans on today, just for various reasons. Just makes life a little bit easier. But I'm going to go off and have some breakfast, and I'll catch up with you a bit later on. Okay, so here we go. So we're at the Knitting and Stitching show. I've been here about 40 minutes. I'm at least 3 purchases in. We've got Judy there, the Running So and So, which is amazing. Denise is here somewhere, who's the lovely lady they came with. There she is. Say hi, Denise. Fantastic. So we are really enjoying the environment. This is an amazing building. Oh, there she is. But we've got next to us all sorts of different things. Let me rotate round. It's lovely and busy, but there's still enough space to be able to mix and mingle, which is great fun. So obviously I can't come to the knitting and stitching show without taking some footage of the very wonderful little Miss So-and-so. So here's their wonderful stand, and there's lovely Nicola, so doing her thing, working really hard, which is amazing. And I'm obviously going to go and have a look and definitely buy some fabric. But yeah, it's really hotting up here. It's just such a lovely environment. Yeah, really enjoying myself. So it's lovely people to be around. Waiting for the show to start. We've got some amazing exhibitors here this morning. I mean, we're watching Angela and Adele. They're going to Button and Pip and Devon Threadtails. They're going to be on with the dovetail fabrics, which is amazing. So, but yeah, it's just a lovely environment. I hope you guys can hear me okay. Yeah, it's amazing. Keep meeting lots of lovely people, and thank you for coming over and saying hi if you have already. So hi everyone, I'm here at the Stitch Festival. I've got the lovely Adele with me, Sofa Serenity. We've got Judy here from Running So-and-So. We've got Claire from Stitch and So, sorry. And lovely Rachel is here as well. And if I we're about to see our lovely friends on this amazing catwalk. Can't wait, keep you posted.
The Marianne dress is a relaxed summer dress with a bias cut skirt, elasticated neckline, rocking the neckline area down, and sleeve hem. Let's hear it as Adele walks the runway. Thank you very much. We decided, controversially, to make a sleeveless version to let the bodice and the amazing print take centre stage. Let's hear it for Alice as she... Angela has made the Christie Circus skirt from Sewing with African Wax Print Fabric by a Judy Parker. Angela won her copy of this book in a competition, is that right? And look at her now, on a catwalk in London on a Saturday. Let's hear it for Angela! Angela, thank you very much. SMS. The Angelica is a fun, floating, easy breezy dress to wear any time of the year and is so versatile to alter if you want to change things up a little. She mainly sews for her son and herself, although sometimes she sews for others. So get your orders in, ladies and gents. Anna, take the runway.
So farewell. Yeah. We're doing vlogging next to each other here, which is absolutely classic. So I'm saying bidding my very well. I think that's fantastic. We've had the best time. Yeah, genuinely, absolutely amazing.
Say goodbye, Denise.
Oh, I hope you enjoyed that. I absolutely love looking back over that footage. And I have written a list because I met the most wonderful people. Now, Angela from Dead and the Threadtails, I'm sure I'd seen on her story or something that she was going. So I reached out for her. We have messaged over the years a number of times. But I was like, oh, is it all right if we catch up? And do you know what? We literally, the wonderful Denise drove me and her, and we had a real country bumpkin trip, literally from country lanes because of diversions up through the city, she was so brave to drive. So thank you so much, Denise. But literally walked through the door, walked round the corner, and there's Angela from Devon Threadtails, which just, we hugged as if we'd known each other all our lives. Oh, so lovely. And then Adele from Button Up Pip, and again I've messaged several times, and I watch these people just like you do. I watch them on the screen, and you know, you kind of, I've heard people say, and I feel the same, you kind of feel like you know them a little bit. Obviously you don't, but you know, it was just so lovely. So yes, and then we met with Michelle from the Sewing Bunny, and they were in a whole gang. It was fabulous, just great fun. So we had Michelle from the Sewing Bunny, who was with Adele from Sew for Serenity, and it was so nice to meet Adele in person because we are actually fellow ambassadors for Little Miss So and So, as I'm sure you've heard me mention before. So how wonderful to meet her in person, which was just lovely. Claire from Stitch Hem Sew was there. Judy, obviously, who I've mentioned with Running and So and So. Then we met Rachel from Rachel Makes, and she's on Instagram, and she came. We mooched around together for a while, which was amazing. Another Adele. I mean, who knew there were so many Adeles in the sewing world? I love that. From Otter and Sage, and Jan from Vida Primes, again on Instagram. Just lovely, and so many more. And if you were one of the people that was brave enough, because I know what it feels like to walk up and say hi and thank you, you know, say I watch your videos, thank you, that genuinely means the world to me, because I'm just me, I'm just Cara, just doing my thing in my sewing room, but to know that we've connected in that way was just magical. So thank you if you came up and said hello, and if you didn't come over and say hello and you saw me, please don't be scared. I would welcome you into my world just as much as I have everybody else, just because it's just nothing but pure joy, really. Absolutely lovely. So I'm going to put my list down here somewhere. The floor will be good, and let me share with you what I bought. Now, it was really important to me that the day was more about meeting people than purchases, but oh my word, you would be hard pushed to leave with nothing. And don't get me wrong, I met a few people that said, oh, have you made any purchases? And they were like, nope. But I know some people had actually just come from another event the week before. I think there was an event in Birmingham and things like that. So, and it seems to be the season of events. I mean, this weekend, just literally yesterday, was the Guthrie and Garney Open Day, and I know Adele from Sew for Serenity went there. Oh, those kits look lovely, gotta say. They look really nice, very special fabric. Anyway, back onto my purchases. So I had a budget in mind, and I'm happy to say that I stuck exactly to my budget. More by luck than judgment, I'd say, but I did actually have a list of some things I wanted to get. Maybe a little boring, but I'm just reaching behind me here, sorry about that, hopefully it's not too much rustling. I've always wanted one of these. It's like a, what do they call it, expandable sewing gauge. You know, when you're doing buttons and you need to accurately get the distance right, or see if you could, you know, what would look nice, then this does it really, really quickly for you. I won't open it up, I'm sure you've seen these before. But yeah, wanted to find one of those. It was a little bit harder to find than I thought, actually. But yeah, eventually found one of those. A little bit boring, I know, but there you go. I need some needles, so I've got some universal needles, and leading on from my fabric godmother or disaster, I got some Microtex needles. Never dealt with those before, but figured I ought to have them in my stash. And I'm not really good at changing my needles, got to be honest with you. And then I won't do it in any particular order because you'll see that in the video, and actually the video will flow as I came across it, and I can't remember what I saw first, if I'm honest. But let's have a look here. So, okay, actually the first piece of fabric I did buy, the first piece of fabric I bought was actually the one that's at the bottom. That's handy. And this was from Emporium Patterns. They had a lovely selection of fabric there, and I saw this and just thought, oh, look at the colours in that. I think that's a really, I'm dropping stuff here. That's a really nice colour on me, and I got to tell you, I bought it because it's £4 a metre. You know that I love to sew, mostly for the enjoyment and the experience of it. And I do invest in fabrics and so on, but not as often as an impulse purchase. But it's not impulsive because I know this is going to go with that lovely olive stretch linen viscose that I bought from Little Miss So-and-so recently. And I think that's going to make the cutest blouse. And I'm either going to go for the blouse by Avid Seamstress, because I made that in quite a stiff cotton, and I want to see what that looks like. Not in a stiff cotton, sorry, I have a bit more drape to it. Or the Rhapsody blouse. I haven't made another one of those since, and actually I made that in quite a stiff cotton and want to see what that would look like. But for me that is top fabric, as in, you know, blouse, etc. But it is also top fabric. Yeah, or it would make a really nice caftan, or olive dress actually it would make a lovely olive dress from Atelier Jupe. So lots of options in mind there, but at £4 a metre, I thought that was a very good start to my fabric shopping scenarios. Let's pop that on the floor there. Let me just, hang on, I've fallen off on my lap. The next one I bought was, do you know, actually I can't remember. I was surprised. I would normally buy lots from Rosenberg and Son, which is Stitch Fabrics, but this time I didn't see anything on their stand, and they normally have very good prices. So apologies, I don't know the name of the company I bought this one from. But this was a 3 metre piece, and look at the colours on that. And you know I have a bit of a red obsession going on, and you'll see why in a second. But yeah, I just really like the colour red now. Really is my thing, so I couldn't resist this. And I think this was £8 a metre. Lovely viscose. And I got 3 metres worth of that, so definitely enough to make a dress. And I've got a couple of choices of the dress that I might make with that. I say a couple of choices. You know I've got lots of choices, but particularly on the By Hand London, they were selling their printed patterns at £5 a go, because they are basically selling their stocks and they are moving to PDF only. And you'll have seen the video actually, Eliza Lex was wearing this dress, but she'd hacked her own pattern, which I think is fabulous. So she didn't put this little peplum on, and she didn't put the sleeves on. And this is a beautifully full circle skirt. It does unfortunately say that it needs more fabric than I have. It's incredibly fabric hungry actually, which if I'm honest, I might not have bought if I'd known it was so fabric hungry. But I was going to see if I can maybe adapt that to meet that style, because that literally takes, there's 2 versions, one with the lovely tears on it here and one with less tears. One is 5.5 metres and one is 6.5 metres. Man alive, that, yeah. So frustrating actually that it's as fabric hungry as that, but inspiration there that I think I'll be able to adapt. So I was quite excited about that. We then went to the rainbow fabric stand, and I do love rainbow fabrics. I've stopped purchasing from them actually for various reasons. You know, plenty of places to buy from, I guess. But they had, all of their rolls were sort of vertical, very market stall style, and therefore it meant that there was a lot to choose from. Their fabric has gone up in price quite a lot since I started buying from them. But, you know, I guess as has everything. And then Denise and I both bought the same fabric. I wanted to find a bigger piece for you, but I have, and it's over here on my mannequin. I am making the Grace jacket which is I'll put a stock photo here of the Grace jacket from Atelier Judy in this wonderful red cotton twill. This is a lovely fabric. I wouldn't describe it as lightweight, not as heavy as weight as a jeans, if you like, but I thought it would just be a perfect colour and a perfect weight fabric for the Grace jacket. The Grace jacket is an oversized, quite 80s style, although I don't remember any jackets looking like that in the 80s, but I'm really excited, and I have made quite good progress on it. So I've done the sleeves, I've got the patch pockets on the front, I've bound the seams, which is quite nice. My camera went a bit weird then, so I hope it's still filming all right. And then I've yet to get to the quite complex parts of the poppers and the zip and so on. So I'll talk about this more on a different day, but this is a major sewing project. And then the other fabric I bought from them, do not adjust your set, ladies and gentlemen. The sun is about to come out because it's quite bright. Ta-da! I love this. I went back and forth on this for a while, and Denise was the enabler in the end, and Judy actually, to be fair. They both said how lovely it was. I love bright colours. It is actually super bright, and I think I got 2 meters of this. And I think both of these fabrics are maybe £9 and £10 a metre, but they were giving 10% off on the day if we were on their mailing list. So I bought it down by about £1 each. So really good fun, and just a lovely drape on this. And I had in mind, I had wanted to buy this pattern, which is the lowest dress by Tessuti Patterns. This has been on my list for a while. I think you can see the little line drawing there, and the Tessuti Pattern ladies were there. I did ask them, because obviously I've got reasonable testicles, and I did ask them whether they thought I needed to make any adjustment here, because it could sit a little bit proud, but I'm just going to go for it. I really like it because it's the skirt part is cut on the bias, and therefore it just has this beautiful hang about it, and I just think it's such a simple style of dress, and I'm genuinely hoping it might become my go-to. They didn't have this available because it's sold out on the day, but they kindly popped it in the post to me. And this, considering the other dress is like 5.5, 6.5 meters, this actually for a size 14, which I would be, to be honest, it's only got a size 6 to a 16 in this particular one. I don't know if it extends on a PDF basis. So 6 is a bust of 81, and the 16 is a bust of 106. So I'm going to be literally second from the largest size on this, but it only takes 2.1 meters. So that's a really economical way of making a beautiful dress. So I am super excited about that. So that's going to be these, which I think would be good fun. And that was everything I bought. So I think that was quite reasonable. I think so. Looking around aimlessly, but yeah, I absolutely loved it. Yeah, the girls on the Zoom call asked me if I'll go again. The answer is I need to wait for my bank account to recover, and I have got so many lovely projects coming up. And do you know what? The next one's in October, and I think it's called the Knitting and Stitching Show, which I thought really was the replacement of this, but apparently there's 2 separate shows. So we'll wait and see, but I don't want to wish my summer away, but October will be with us before we know it. So, but I hope you enjoyed seeing that, and thank you again for all the love on my recent video. I have already filmed another video for my unboxing of Little Miss So and So, and that's coming out next Thursday. And then I'm going to somehow round up this amazing amount of clothes. Cannot believe how much I've made. I've got at least 2 or 3 tops to show you, 2 pairs of trousers, and a dress, and then there's a jacket here. So I look forward to sharing maybe I'll call it something like my French sewing lookbook or something like that. I'm not sure. I haven't thought that far ahead. But lovely to see you all again this week, and please don't forget to subscribe, like and comment. You know I respond to each and every one of you. So take care everybody. Bye bye.